just what you see on the start of a replay is what it was at the time.
which is
So
just
that
really
is really weird.
um, let's introduce the players and we can go further into that. So, on
Yeah.
the bottom right of Way Station, we have our purple Protoss player Abathur, and by the way, this is the second time this evening that we've seen these spawns.
Yes, I am quite pleased. And that didn't MS. Wait, did you do that or Abathur? You did Abathur. Right? MST's Baldur. Blah. There we go. I'm saying it anyway. I don't know anymore. Too many details. Here's the thing, though. I have not seen too many PVZs on this map. I am told by a couple Masters players that I know that this is really bad for Protoss, actually. Like, extremely bad.
I've actually never seen a PVC with these spawn points ever.
But the thing is, I don't know. That particular comment was actually coming from Flux, if I recall correctly, not from Pranav.
But neither of us are gonna know.
I'm busy.
Anyway,
my
yeah.
roommate just set Dragon Ball Z Budokai on my desk, so he's really excited
Okay.
about that. Just had to let me know. That's what that was all about.
Well, don't worry. Nothing of real interest has happened yet.
So Baldur, I wonder if they played on Europe for the last series that we just casted, because they were both German. And Abathur, I don't think he's German. Doesn't seem like it. So, yeah, but I still wonder why they would be matched up together because more so old player.
I don't think Baldur was plat before, so I think it's probably just the placement system being wonky. I don't know if we should really think about it too much.
Okay. It's just kind of interesting considering the games we're going to make it for.
Yeah, you I suppose there are some people that can jump 2 leagues in 1 week, but
yeah,
unless the person is smurfing, I don't really think that's what really is going on there.
So Abathur, with all of them buildings here by the mineral fields, keep them protected.
Maximizes the draw of essence as Protoss, I suppose. Very efficient. He is very well protected from Reapers running around the back. I don't know if the Lings will care all that much.
With a mothership core, definitely protected from the Lings now.
It's an interesting setup. I guess it can work, because like he can put a Zealot right in that mineral spot and then run his probes behind that if Lings were to flood in. He's going to try and wall off, though. He's going to be fine because he's not getting 10 pulled. So
yeah,
this should be okay. This is a crazy wall off distance, though.
That makes a total of 4 gates and a cyber. So, I mean, obviously we've got the second base, so there's going to be some sort of a transition out of this. But I would expect some aggression here, just simply due to the amount of gates here this early.
Yeah, I mean, presuming he's not just doing that to get the wall up quicker. I mean, it is... I don't know. We'll see. I mean, there's not a whole lot. Well, he's... Wait, actually, take that back. He's chrono boosting out Cyberport. So he's totally intending on attacking, yeah.
And he's also grabbing a Twilight Council, so Blink Stalker, possibly. That would be kind of... I don't know. He's got a Proxy Pylon, which is going to get scouted here by Baldur. So it's going to be a little interesting. I wonder what route he's going to take here. He's got, 2 assimilators, full gas income there on the first base. Let's see what starts to be produced here. The TC is done.
Personally, I expect Blink. A lot of players will go for that. It's a variation of a Blink pressure play.
Yeah, Blink would make sense.
But
Ooh,
it looks like he's trying to go for a DT shrine. This has not been done in a while. This is kind of cool.
So
DT expand, basically.
He's got the first 4 zealots out here. So it's like they're gonna kill a few Lings here, but then they get cleaned up eventually.
This is a very, actually, Time Warp makes your zealots ridiculous. As you can see.
That was actually a lot more ridiculous than I expected. That time warp. I mean, a little bit of extra DPS from the Motion Core, but really, I didn't expect it to be that one-sided.
So there's already a Spore Crawler here. I think his big concern is he wants to take out what's defending this area and then kill the Spore Crawler at least.
Don't use the Mothership Core, though. Fall back. Fall back.
He seems to have overextended pretty hard into that, and is more. Well, he can't reproduce that without another Time Warp. So more lings to get down here. Nidus Network, okay.
Interesting. Yeah.
That could work. There's a lot of space in that main. He could hide.
He's trying to like circumvent the container or something. That's a good idea. But wait, he did. You know about that pylon?
Well, he saw it with the Overlord earlier.
Oh,
he doesn't.
he did.
The thing is, Abathur doesn't care about that pylon unless it supply blocks him.
Yeah. Ooh, 2 DTs being warped in. You were right about that Spore Crawler.
He didn't get to it, so he's gonna have to run into the main, which also has a Spore Crawler. Yeah. The only thing he can do is take out tech. He can actually, if he can slip into the main
He's
base.
actually going Archon. Huh.
Huh. I think this is a reaction of the Spore Crawler though, because this is like, if you're gonna do this, Twilight, Templar Archives is gonna be a lot better than a Dark Shrine, for cost-wise.
I feel that with 4 DTs he could have sniped the Spore Crawler, but I mean at the same time the Overseer was in production.
There's 2 Spine Crawlers there and a Queen. That would be pretty hard. Earlier on,
DPS.
Maybe. It depends on whether he can get close enough or not. Those things are real fragile.
Abathur also completely walled off here with the Forge. Wait, is that no little tiny gap? I don't think anything. Yeah, so he actually filled it in there with the pylon.
So Forge and no cannons. If he does do a...
that's Sim City. He's just wall.
Oh, he's going up into a 7 gate. Okay.
Oh, wow.
I was going to say, though, if he doesn't get any cannons and starts spreading them around, this Nidus could actually be really problematic for him.
Yeah. He's not going to have anything at home, and he's just warping in everything here at the proxy as well.
This is what happens if you run your lings into the little space right there. It just get trapped by a couple of zealots.
Interesting.
The thing is, when you see a total wall off like this, I feel like it kind of sends a message to the other player that I'm not going to try and get a third. I'm just not going to do it.
Yeah.
I'm not at all interested. By the way, Nidus Storm.
That Nidus.
Not so great a spot. He can totally see that in his vision.
Yeah, but how is he actually going to react to it? Everything he has been warped down at the proxy.
Other than pulling probes, there was nothing he could have done, so unfortunately he wasn't watching down there, and now he's going to lose a bunch of stuff.
Baldur actually going for the bottom left face as well with that Nidus. So yeah, he's going to take out this first and expand the third what? I mean, there's a push here.
Oh, there's so much stuff.
Baldur is doing an excellent job of cleaning this up. And
Abathur just leaves.
He just leaves. I don't know if Abathur is known to be a particularly rangy person, but...
well, I mean, he was saying he was suffering from lag earlier. So he was probably not having a very good time that game.
Yeah, that's understandable. So that was very well held by Baldur. And the counterattack with the Nidus. Very well done. It's kind of textbook play, if you know what I mean.
Yeah.
All right. So game 2 between Abathur and Baldur. It's going to be played on Overgrowth. See if Abathur has something else up his sleeve.
So yeah, Baldur is actually playing unbelievably well. It almost makes me wonder if he used to be Diamond with a specific race and then went down because he went random.
Yeah. It seems like he's excellent with Zerg. So.
In particular, yeah.
Yeah. We haven't seen his Protoss yet. On the top right of Overgrowth, we have Abathur, a purple Zerg player.
And the bottom left of the map, we have this time spawning as the Terran pieces. It is MST's Baldur. Apparently diamond level player.
Apparently so. Well, Abathur, at the time of this game, which was probably 2 weeks ago, in silver.
Yeah, very, very interesting.
I might have to ask Frost about that. I don't know if he, because everything else has been pretty even. I don't know if he had them play each other, play similar skilled opponents beforehand, and judge that way. But regardless,
I'm pretty sure he just separates them into pools and then randomly picks for the. I don't think there's any seeding or anything.
Interesting.
For the tournament, but I'm not 100% certain about that. You'd have to ask him.
Yeah, seeding would take a lot of effort. It seems like he's already got a lot on his plate, so perhaps you're all right.
So, getting away from that stuff for a moment, this map, how often do you see this map actually play out like a macro game?
In the time that we've been casting, not very often. At least the DKTL games, seems like a lot of people don't necessarily go for all ins, but they're typically pretty short games. We're going to see Abathur go for the expand before the pool. But that being said, I don't think I've actually seen any player completely abuse that fact that the rush distance is just incredibly close.
No, people don't usually go for the more pure forms of cheese. I mean, they're either doing, or at least in that sense, they're either doing some kind of proxy or like a ninja expand. I've seen that. That's a strange choice on this map, but there are golds here, so I can kind of understand
Definitely. I remember we saw a few games with ninja expands that didn't quite work out.
Yeah, I don't feel like that stuff's so good on this map, unfortunately.
Yeah. The map's just not big enough to actually hide something like that,
Yeah.
And yeah, so Baldur with the first Reaper will pop out here with the second in queue. So a lot like game one between Baldur and Morrissey.
Yeah, both players have started out at least with macro openings. I mean, we'll see if they continue with that. Taking your third can be pretty hard on this map. You usually have to back it up with some kind of pressure.
Baldur with the one barracks expand, covering that with 2 Reapers, perhaps a third. We did see 3 in the last TBC we saw Baldur play. Yeah, with a factory as well. So do you think we're going to see Hellions once again, considering how well that worked against Morrissey?
Yeah, probably. I mean, it seems like he enjoys that type of tech. It's not. Ooh, very
nice save on that drone.
Oh, this is one. But saves most of them so far, and there's already a queen out up here, so that's very nicely done. Okay, letting that go a little too early, though, is going to lose 1 and then 3 total. So, yeah.
He tried. It was a cute little trick there. Didn't quite work out.
Because he was just expecting it to run up into the main right away. Nice juke, though.
So it looks like that's all the Reapers we're going to have out of Baldur. Now, he is dropping the reactor on that barracks. The factory is done, dropping a third command center. So he's feeling pretty confident that he can actually cover that the third base with Hellions, which is not necessarily a bad call. Depends on how he speed.
Almost gets another drone. Does pick up 1, though. Is forcing his Zerg opponent to actually lose a decent amount of resources just from canceling buildings over and over again.
Dead Frogs in the chat. Sorry I'm late. I was watching WCS. What did I miss? You missed Baldur versus Morrissey from round 3. We don't have any replays from round 5. So we're actually doing the ones we missed from round 3 and 4. So that's the only series you missed tonight.
Grabbed another drone. May even get away with 1 Reaper.
That's 1. It looks like we do see 2 Hellions in production for Baldur. Hellion play is very satisfying too. You can roast a bunch of links or a bunch of drones. Gives you an incredible tingly feeling inside.
Really?
It does. It makes you feel really good. Oh, I just completely fucked that guy up. It feels even better when they just quit as soon as you get into the base. I've had that happen before.
I imagine that's not too far off of the feeling when you find somebody who's not too good on their detection, and you
Yeah.
hit them with like 4 DTs in
Or
different
when I
places.
accidentally leave my supply depot down and a bunch of wings get in. Yeah. That's
Uh,
the deal.
I feel like that one just makes you. I feel like that causes pain to everybody involved a little bit.
You
Like
know what
I'm pretty sure the Zerg player's like, oh,
The worst thing is when the
okay.
seller is just a little bit off, and wings get right by him. And what's even worse is when I put a second zealot there, and it's still not closed. And so I die a second time. I'm not very good at that. But yeah, it looks like actually throwing in some tanks this time instead of all Hellions. So that's a little bit of a difference, but still going for Infernal Pre-Igniter. That blue flame could be very, very effective in some roasty, toasty Zerg wings. But, I mean, we see a lot of roaches out of Abathur, not so many wings. So I think that is why we saw the tank transition out of Baldur.
You know, I would almost like. I mean, if he's gonna grab blue flame like that, I almost would like him to grab a couple Hellbats, just because they do incredibly well with that upgrade.
To be honest, I actually forgot those existed.
Yeah, nobody ever makes
I
them
know.
because nobody wants to get blue flame and then get them. Like, it's just kind of
Well,
takes forever.
A few seasons ago, Blue Flame actually didn't buff the Hellbats. I don't know if that's been changed.
Well, it didn't need to. That was, I think, back before they nerfed their damage, and
They were
the way
incredibly strong, yeah.
yeah, the way they dealt with that was they kept their incredibly strong damage numbers and then put it onto blue flame, I think. And I know it actually changes the flame color and everything, so I know it's supposed to apply to them. If it wasn't, then that was a weird bug. But yeah, discovering the existence of roaches, roaches not being a particularly good matchup for Hellions, Hellions deciding, hey, we're fast, we're just going to leave then.
Yeah, we have at least one tank, 2 tanks now, and a couple of
Around.
mines after a little pause break.
Baldur is
This
juking
is
around
a
the
lot of-
side.
It's a lot of roaches.
He's running a couple forward to take the Widowmine hits.
Excellent job. But we
And
do have
there's
2 tanks.
Siege Tiger kills the Widowmine. He's gonna get the Siege
Wow.
Tiger.
So-
Very nice.
He doesn't have high ground vision.
breaks in.
He's taking damage from each tank. But how much damage can he actually do here?
Oh, a lot.
Ah, he's gonna get a lot of work.
Are dead. If he doesn't run them away, he's going to lose all of them. Yeah, he realized that way too late. It's only has 3 left now. Now he's just going to kill supply depots. Meanwhile, Baldur's
Only 2
attempting to bust through the front, but he's not quite pulled it off yet. He's almost broke
Their
through.
2 tanks are holding off this push. That is absolutely incredible. They can't get close enough to do enough DPS to actually one-shot them. Oh no!
He's right there. The SCVs are trying to engage, but the roaches don't have any problem with that.
That one tank has 16 kills. The other one had 8 before it died.
So unfortunately, one thing that happened during that whole thing was Baldur used his Hellion force to try and break through the front. Killed a couple queens that were guarding the location, lost all of his Hellions and didn't kill really any drones at all or anything. So he's in incredibly huge amounts of trouble right now.
There are a lot of roaches here. Not as much as last time, but still a decent amount. But the Widow Mines are recharged, and we have 2 tanks on the high ground.
Lots of Widow Mines,
Balder's
but
looking okay.
yeah, he might. He's gonna lose all these mules they just dropped. Now there's roaches just denying mining in this location. Oh goodness.
Check out the creep poop there at the 3rd base.
Oh, thinking that's gonna be real rough.
Abathur grabbing his own 3rd as well.
I'm just hoping he gets Burrow and puts a roach under that. At this point, he's getting Hydras. Still taking some damage to the Widow Mines, which he doesn't really want to be doing, but
He's actually gonna retreat, which is honestly
Totally.
probably the best call.
yeah, it's totally reasonable. 100% reasonable. ASD. SD at
Oh.
my Wi-Fi.
That's very unfortunate. Hopefully it doesn't impact Abathur too much, but it sounds like he's kind of frustrated.
Yeah, well, here's the thing. Like, I like to put it this way. In this kind of conditions, when you're playing with lag, it's kind of like going to a test when you're sick and doing well. You're gonna be happy that you did well, but you're also going to remember that as a horrible experience, probably. It's just not fun.
That reminds me of a Reddit thread yesterday of somebody who went to their SAT exam they had forgot about.
Oh, no.
Well, they forgot about the night before and took acid and were still high when they went to the test.
Oh God!
And they scored an 800.
Holy shit!
And then his parents like forced him to enroll in SAT preparation classes so he could retake. It's just hysterical. Oh man, it just seems like a very bad decision.
Oh, you mean like overall?
What's that?
Got like 800 overall?
Yeah.
Oh.
I had to retake it.
Wow, that's actually very impressive. I was gonna say like, yeah, that's pretty much one of the lowest scores you can get actually. Because here's the funny thing: those of you who don't like, if you're in Europe and you don't have the SATs, it's a really strange test. It goes technically from 0 to 2400 in terms of your total score, because it's 3 tests and it's 800 max score on each. The problem is getting a 0 or an 800 is actually statistically relying on your buddies around you either doing really bad or really well. So like, unless everybody around you is also terrible, you're never going to get an 800, really. You shouldn't. And likewise, unless everybody else around you is amazing, you're probably never going to get a 0. So the implication there is he got some pretty incredibly low scores. Like, probably got most of the questions wrong. Low. But, yeah, that, well...
Overlords. Still has protection.
He's trying to use the changelings to take him out, but he just needs to run it forward. And
by the way, I mean, we have a massive amount of health.
No, those actually trade okay once that blue flame upgrade is up. Actually okay against roaches, believe it or not.
Yeah, they have quite a bit of health as well. So.
Yeah, see how nothing's dying? Yeah. All he needs is a couple medevacs above that.
Yeah, I was actually kind of interested. I was wondering why he didn't actually throw those in. He's actually making. He got cloak and he threw a banshee out there somewhere. Yeah, top left. God, this is.
Yeah, this is a location you can't break now.
This is so hard for Abathur to break. Honestly, this forces this into a macro game, and Abathur is going to have to eventually go into Viper.
Baldur is actually, though, in a kind of a problem. He's trying to take his third, and it's been creeped up, and he can't. Like, he's trying... Yeah, the other one's been creeped up as well. He's taken that out with a Viking, but...
He's actually got a Banshee here, though, at the third base, and he's already killed 4 drones. 2 Spore Crawlers going down. I don't know if they'll actually be done in time.
Ooh.
Yeah,
Viking flies over the Hydras and dies. And here comes the attack. He's going to push forward straight into that. Coach just take a bunch of hits for the Hydras. Hydras take out 1, 2...
It's just going to be so hard for Abathur to break. He's just throwing units against a brick wall.
Yeah, he did get about 5 siege tanks in that. I can't...
Fuck.
DMZ! DWZ, there we go.
Let's all have a moment of silence for Abathur.
Meanwhile, Abathur discovers a flying command center. It's starring from Flying Command Center, Hidden Fortress.
You know,
Great martial arts movie? No, not really.
As he said, I mean, Baldur's struggling to get a third. Abathur just cannot finish the game. Well, Abathur has this amount of tanks.
He's forgotten about that other location, and it's being mined from. Oh, Abathur. This could turn into a tragedy for our lagged player.
So Baldur finally grabbing that third and
he does see the
planetary.
Oh, good.
It's a planetary fortress, though.
Oh, he didn't see the SCV train. Oh, he went straight under his overseers. He just missed it. And yes, Hellbat's good unit. I like him too. Freaks.
My game.
Freaks not so good unit.
Graphics device not available. What?
That
what
means
time
the graphics card probably refreshed. Hang on a sec. Yeah, I can't see it. Yeah. Oh, 1958. 1958.
Okay, that was a good year.
Can't.
So sorry.
Oh, come on, Zero.
I mean, honestly, if you guys could just keep going. I mean,
I could, yeah, if you want me to.
I don't think it's worth restarting. So, you guys, I'll watch the stream. I'll enjoy the stream.
Okay.
I've got it on a second monitor right here. That'll be just fine. 30, it's a few seconds or whatever it is. You can keep going.
Okay. I'm trying to see if I accidentally made any words in there, and it doesn't. Oh, lag. Lag is a word in that blob of letters. And shop. Okay. We're actually. All right, we're back to moving here. So yeah, decent number of siege tanks here. Did lose that command center on the bottom right, but thankfully for Baldur, Abathur was not paying very good attention. Has forgotten about this other location, which now has a planetary fortress and a ton of workers. He's grabbing some gases there. Unfortunately for Baldur, though, Abathur is taking a gold. So this is gonna get a little bit, and he's taking another base on that. So yeah, we're seeing one of the rarest of the rares, folks. This is a macro game on Overgrowth. Wow, he's actually triple expanding. You could probably get away with it. Probably get away with it. There's one Thor and a bunch of siege tanks. I think he's trying to move them out to position them near, yeah, on this ramp here. Okay. Hydras and Roaches moving in to engage the siege tanks as they were sieging up. Does actually kill about half of them, plus the Thor before dying to the Hellbats. More Roaches and Hydras coming in to reinforce. Better positioning for the Terran this time, though, losing a lot of them below the ramp. Does kill another siege tank, and finds out about the base. And that is causing him to basically go back, deal with the army, and retreat, because, yeah, planetary fortresses, pretty good units. Pretty hard to kill with, how many is this? Like 8 Hydras and 3 Roaches. Not gonna kill a planetary fortress. Schmecky letting us know that SC2 is the hard counter to Shrieks' GPU, apparently. Raven out in the field now for Baldur. He's getting another command center, that additional defense down there. Expand to another location. He actually only has 2 more potential expansion, well, 3 more potential expansion locations, and Abathur will probably try and take another one before he even goes for them. So, Roach Hydra army still sticking with that, getting 3-3, getting Locusts. Oh, baby. Swarm hosts incoming. Here we go. Could I be solo casting for an incredibly long time? I guess it could happen.
Oh,
Anyway, a lot of Vipers also out now. So we got Roach Hydra Viper. Not anywhere near enough Roaches in this army, but he's going to try and engage anyway. No, he's thinking about it. He's on the edge of the creep. Just going to hang out there for a little bit, maneuver back and forth. Come up here, probably take out these rocks. And we're just going to wait here. I mean, he's getting the Locust upgrade, but he's still pouring all of his gas in the Hydras. Not that really actually matters in this case, because he's got 1,800 gas. He's a little limited on the minerals, though. Has he not transferred workers somewhere? He's got the bases to do it. He's at 71 workers. It's good saturation. No, he's actually spending his money that fast. He's even mining from the gold. Anyway, engagement is now happening. There is 3 siege tanks here to help out. Vipers are blinding clouding the siege tanks so they can't operate at all. Can you do that to a planetary? Yes, you can. No way. So yeah, the answer to Planetary Fortress Mass Repair is a blinding cloud. Just shuts them down. Vipers have been killed by a bunch of Vikings, but they're sitting above a bunch of Hydras, so not going to be long for this world. And it kind of looks like Abathur came out ahead in that just barely. He doesn't really have enough to actually attack this base, though. And he's running into the siege tank. He's trying to probably lose the rest of this as the SCVs come out and just ignore them. Okay, it's fine. That's cool. It's going to take a lot of worker losses. Haven't done that, actually. Down to 14 workers. I think Baldur is basically just falling apart here. He's down to 26 supply against his opponent's 150. 16 swarm hosts have just been produced in the production tab. I'm not even sure we're going to get to see them. They're going to come out and then... I mean, like, Baldur's just losing all the stuff that he's got out at the front here. Okay, 3 more siege tanks out. This will keep him alive for a while. But, he's just kind of floundering. Doesn't have much to work with. He's using all the remainder of his bank to build as many units as he can. I guess we're going to do one last push here. See if he can make something happen. The thing is, as soon as he runs into those swarm hosts, unless he catches them uprooted, they're gonna just annihilate anything he makes. The swarm host here, they come to the front. He's going to put them down right in the ground here between the 2nd and the 3rd bases. Here come the locusts, and GG. The locusts did not even hatch from the eggs. The eggs appeared, and he was like, "Nope, not gonna deal with it."
I'm waiting for the screen.
Yes, you were right about the Vipers.
Jeez. Wow.
It was a good game.
This is.
Fade happy. He got to see a game with Swarm hosts and Hellbats. He sounds pretty
Hold on.
happy. Oh, okay.
I'm just gonna message in chat. You can keep talking.
Are you the party leader?
I am not.
Oh, believe in the party. Zero is no longer in the party. I think it probably. So this is. I thought we were going to cast scores games as well. Oh, okay. I see. Nice. You know, it's well. Let's just look at the next game. I have a feeling I kind of can guess what happens.
Okay.
Here.
Carousel.
That might be what you're looking at.
All right.
We'll have to see. Well, we cast whatever we got, man.
Sounds good. Okay. So let me throw you guys in the party again.
Party resurrect abilities activate.
Dude, get him. All right.
David Kim is in charge of balance, not unit design. Realize that. Somebody else made the Swarm house, guys.
So game 3 between Abathur and Baldur is going to be played on Carousel. Merry-go-round.
Yeah, Fade. There was one before that. That was Baldur versus
Yeah,
somebody.
we've only done one series before this. It was
Baldur
Morrissey.
versus Morrissey, yeah.
Morrissey and Baldur, which Baldur did win, and that was round 3, and thus he advanced into round 4.
So we've got most of the other round 4 games casted already?
This is the last one from round 4.
Uh,
We did the rest of them last week.
Okay.
So I suppose we'll do round 5 next week. Depending on, I mean, Frost isn't really around right now. So I think we're going to have to call it after the next series. After we do Skora and Akarim or Arakam, something like that. It's Japanese for something. Like Japanese for surrender or something. Like
I don't know. I'd need to see. I could probably tell you, actually. The combat words I hear a lot.
I think that's how it's spelled
Where did you type this?
in the game chat.
Oh. Akirame? Oh, that's interesting, because if that means what you think it does, it's in the command form. So that's surrender,
Yeah.
I think. Hang on a sec. I can actually look this up. I believe would be the word form for it.
Well, he actually did a mission for a few years in Japan, so he's been trying to learn the language for quite some time. I've totally sidetracked this. I'm sorry.
Interesting. Akirameru means to give up, and Akirame means resignation or acceptance. So basically, his name is give up. I give up, kind of, or like the notion of giving up. It's kind of hard to. Or okay, I'm just gonna translate his name as resignation.
Okay,
Because that's basically what it means.
sounds good. We can call it that, but wait.
Actually, you know what? It might be the command form. They just drop Yeah, I think that does mean surrender, like the order version. That sounds more intimidating and cool.
What?
Hang on a sec. There's a way I can figure this out, guys. I need to know now. This is the imperative of Japanese studier. Student. What kind of word was this? Ichidan, considative, transitive.
This is now language for Japanese 101 with Omega.
Oh, Huck is playing right now versus Pig Baby.
Don't you dare leave us, Zero.
This website is useless. They have nothing in past tense, so I can't double check this. But okay. Yeah, I think it is. I think you had it right in the first place. Like surrender is his name, basically.
That's at least what he told me. Maybe he just didn't feel like going into specifics.
Yep.
So
Yep. That's
okay.
Exactly what it is.
I'm gonna click this watch button. You better be ready.
Oh yeah. I'm not going to go into explaining the details. If anybody wants to know how the grammar works there, I can tell you later. But that is what it means.
It's game 3 between Abathur and Baldur. Both of these players are tied up. It's 1-1. Which leads me to believe that the silver and diamond leagues are perhaps not so true. I don't know. Abathur played very well that last game, so that was pretty good. So spawning here on the bottom of merry-go-round, our purple Terran player Abathur. We'll see how good his Terran is.
And in the top right of the map, we have his opponents. This time getting Protoss, so we're finally getting to see some of his Protoss play. It is MST's Baldur.
Oh yes.
Well, the thing is, maybe it's just that Baldur's Terran is not on the level of his Zerg. Maybe that's what we're looking at.
That is also a possibility, but Abathur, I think he made that transition really well. Great use of the Vipers there. It's really tough in the lower leagues to actually get used to using spellcasters. So,
True.
I think that was well done. But yeah, so we've had 3 different matchups here. Both players playing random. So a very interesting series so far. Get to see each player's strengths and weaknesses.
I gotta say, I'm a bit impressed with Abathur for consistently going for macro stuff for most of this, though. It's very difficult when you're playing under lag to actually play macro games very well. Usually, you'll see Koreans, whenever they have to play under those conditions, they'll always go straight for cheese.
Really? I mean, I would expect
you don't have to, like, with certain types of cheese, you don't have to worry about it as much. There's just not as much going on, so your lag conditions are better.
That's interesting. I would just figure that lag would make there's a lot of cheese that's a little bit more micro intensive. It would make that a little bit tougher to actually pull off.
We got to realize too that usually when they were doing this in the context of it was like WCS EU last year. So, right. I mean, you're talking. They have lag and they perceive their opponents as worse than them. So they'd rather not give their opponents like more of an edge by making it so that the game goes on. There's a lot of stuff on screen and the lag can get worse in that situation.
Yeah.
So it might just be that they're hedging their bets against that.
Lag in a tournament is just so hard to deal with as well, because it's hard to call whether you should actually redo the match due to lag.
So Australians, on the other hand, they're 100% familiar with it. Very good. I know some people who live in Australia, and they tell me that the lag they get to the C server is actually the worst of all the servers.
So do they typically play on NA or Korea?
Korea.
Korea.
Is what a lot of them play on.
Sounds very daunting.
NA is the second best, and then EU, and then C. Like C is below EU in lag.
Hey, what's this from Baldur?
Oh, here's that kind of Protoss. Wonderful. Stargates. Question is, what will he build out of them? 99% of the time, it's an Oracle. But he's a random player, so he might do something crazy, like build a bunch of Void Rays and then walk over with them. I would love to see that.
See, he's going to follow it up with Mothership Core. So Yeah, I mean, I would expect a few more gateways to be placed down behind us.
Yes.
It's like, take out that scout, so.
He's waiting. I mean,
Abathur
he can afford to
realizes-
put down a gateway, and he did. I think. No, he's putting down the Oracle. Okay.
Okay, so Oracle in production. And Abathur. Looks like he's actually moving his Marines back. Very, very good sense from Abathur. Yeah, that scout noticed there was absolutely nothing here but double gas. So, well done by Abathur, sniffing that out.
1 through 3. Yeah, he's got enough to hold this off unless he goes double Oracle, which he isn't yet.
Or has impeccable micro.
Hopefully he checks before activating it. Oh,
Takes
that's
off
a lot of
there.
waste. A lot of wasted energy.
Ooh.
Yeah, he's not going to get anything.
Wow. Abathur doing very well with that. Actually,
Okay, that
bunkering
SCV is a little low. Put the SCV in the bunker. Put him in the bunker.
off.
Oh God. Oh, my heart. All right.
At least
Ah.
Abathur hasn't lost it yet.
Okay.
His control's pretty decent there, kept it in line.
One in the bunker. Oh, I was just transferring it to the other side. I just found that kind of funny. Like, nope, I'm gonna stay out here and not move. Moving things are easier to see than not moving things.
Baldur actually with the second Oracle on the way as well. Dropped an or a Robo Bay, excuse me, in response to seeing that tank. So 3-gate Robo behind that expansion. You know, I'm wondering if Abathur, if he's planning on a timing here, or if he's just,
Oh,
you know,
if
like,
he can get the Marines to come over to this side, just tempt him out of there. I think that's what he's trying to do. Abathur is not falling for it. So Marine numbers have in fact grown. He is supply blocked really heavily right now.
yeah,
Now-
no supply depot in production there. He might
Hasn't
do a,
noticed it. He's not doing a supply drop yet. He's got enough for one.
he's actually good now. He's at 48 out of 54. So I think he must have dropped. Yeah, he dropped there at the far left supply depot behind that refinery.
Okay.
Not ideal, but you gotta do what you gotta do. Not gonna poke fun at him for it. Now, looks like Baldur's actually going into Phoenix now. So that's kind of interesting against Terran. I'm kind of wondering where he's going to decide to go with that. Maybe, I don't know. I mean, lifting Marines, drawing fire so the Oracles can clean them up. I don't know.
I don't think he could get enough Phoenixes to do that.
Yeah, that's seems kind of interesting. I don't know really what he's going to do with this.
They might just be, I don't know.
It seems like too many for the scouts.
I think this is the race he's least familiar with. I can tell you that, crap, out of the way. But
Close
yeah,
my
I
way.
can,
We're all good. I'm so sorry.
Ah.
I knew that was going to be a problem as soon as I
see you
saw it.
later, Namek. But yeah, it's, the Phoenixes actually beat Vikings in a one-on-one fight. The thing is, though, like, you never want to have even numbers of Phoenixes against Vikings. It's just not a good idea unless you're going for an air army.
It's incredibly expensive.
And he's getting a robotics base, so he's not trying to go Protoss air. So I think we're going to have a situation where his composition is going to be real unbalanced if he continues making Phoenixes like that. And when I say unbalanced, I don't mean like in the fun, yay, I'm going to win way. I mean in the, he's not going to have enough of certain things to deal with, like either the tanks or the Marines.
I'm just wondering what the purpose of the Phoenix is going to end up being. I mean, he's got 4 of them now.
He could lift the siege tanks, maybe, during a push.
That's actually a good observation.
Beyond that, I don't think they'd have much use, really. I mean, he could try and pick off workers with them. They can ignore a missile turret for quite a while, actually. How much health do these things have? Yeah, it's like 180 health total. And missile turrets do 24 damage. So they'd have enough time to be able to lift one thing or 2 things and then leave.
Yeah.
I have a feeling he's probably working on the Protoss build that you use maybe more for Zerg.
I think Abathur,
So his reflexes are just doing this to him.
I don't know about this from Abathur. He's got three starports here, all with tech labs down. The cloaking field and research, so it's producing 2 Banshees at this at this time. Probably going to throw on a third. I don't know if he's going to go into battle cruiser. That would be kind of. I mean, this is really really early for that, so I don't expect that. But the Phoenix is going to kind of hard counter those Banshees.
How much detection does he have, other than that observer? Where is the observer? The observer's flying over by the base. If these Banshees can get over there without being noticed, they can do an incredible amount of damage. They kill stuff really, 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 really quickly.
Just have to make sure that Abathur doesn't just let them get killed, and he's actually
maybe
floating
rally
at the proper time.
The observer, good.
Yeah.
He didn't do that.
Oh, wait, no, yeah, Baldur does see one of those Banshees. That observer flew right over it.
No reaction from him, though. So I guess he wasn't paying attention to it.
Yeah. Producing another Colossus instead of an observer.
So one thing that actually does pretty well against Banshees is High Templar, believe it or not. If they've picked up enough energy, you can just one-shot them. I think only Banshees and Medivacs may actually behave this way. I'm trying to think if there's a unit. Actually, no, I take that back. There are maybe like 1 or 2 units that don't die at full energy when you feed back them. I think like Corruptors are one of them.
Battle cruisers.
Yeah, Battlecruiser is the other one, obviously, and like really big stuff like the Mothership Core doesn't either. But so yeah, triple Banshee, and there's no observers here. This is gonna hurt.
Cloak, so I mean, you should save the energy for cloak later on, unless we have photon overcharge.
Whole army's gonna come up here, so he can. All that's gonna do is probably basically just donate the sentries. He's gonna kill a robotics bay. This is very frustrating. Hopefully.
Ooh, and there goes the detection from the Oracle. So
okay,
we're gonna clean it up there. But did get the robo and killed those fucking workers.
14.
Baldur's still behind on units lost. Or
yeah, that was a lot of resources to throw in there.
Not necessarily sure if it was worth it, but that's a lot of gas stuff.
I think if he could have canceled Storm with that, it would have been super worth it.
Yeah.
But that would have delayed this push real bad. Here it comes. I think he's really counting on being able to lift these siege tanks. There's actually, like, if he loses the Phoenixes before that,
Oh man.
and the whole army is leaving, no, it's a good time.
3 more starports in production too. This is really interesting. See where Abathur goes with that, but he has bigger problems. Look,
He's not going to be able to. Oh, he's found some Widow Mites.
lifting up the Widow Mites. Good.
Okay. Very nice. Very
Good
nice.
pick up there by Baldur.
And here come the Banshees. Banshees killing stuff in the main base. There is a cannon and 2 stalkers to defend down here. Another attack commencing down the bottom left. 3 cannons to defend that, though. He'll be safe. Also,
a lot of
this third
zealots
base-
there. Oh man.
This
These
base is
SCPs being massacred.
Ooh.
Oh, that is a lot of workers lost there for Abathur. Baldur now at 14 worker lead. And has also secured that 3rd base as well.
Oh, man. So Widow Mines are actually really good against Zealots. They do a lot of damage to him. So hopefully he doesn't make the mistake of trying to charge up that ramp. No, and he's not. Baldur is falling back.
Yeah, this is such an interesting setup for Abathur with 6 starports, 4 with tech labs, but he's producing a bunch of Vikings. I suppose there's the laziness of lifting up your starport and dropping it on a reactor if you want more Vikings. Okay, so he's continuing Banshee production.
I was going to say, I don't think he really has the resources for that anyway.
Yeah.
So it's probably fine. You could just go with a lot of Banshees and Vikings. That would actually do a huge amount of damage in this situation. Because he's not going to have enough really anti-air defenses to deal with it. He doesn't want to build Stalkers right now. Hopefully, yeah, he's watched enough games to figure that out, I think.
And he did research
There's
Blink.
Protomox.
So,
That's kind of like an emergency measure. It keeps your Stalkers from being totally useless at this stage of the game. But, like, you're not going to probably see him warp in more unless he starts feeling really threatened by air. Or loses his whole army. For some reason, it's a reflexive thing with Protoss. They lose their whole army and they warp in Stalkers immediately after. Almost always
I
happens.
mean, we're seeing a lot of Phoenix in production now as well. He's just queuing them up there.
Maybe he just
bottom
likes
of the
Phoenixes.
That is true, but I think at the same time he's kind of sniffing out what's going on here. But yeah, I mean, it's just an interesting decision from Abathur. Sky Terran is not known for being very good, but if he can make it work, it'd be pretty cool here. I mean, he's got 2 Ravens on the way, getting Raven upgrades, energy. Excuse me, increased Raven energy, and then the duration on the turrets and such. 3 command centers down for Abathur. He's got a lot of money, so I guess that's not really a bad decision. But he needs a way to secure these expansions. He's got a lot of Vikings. I mean, he's got a few Widow Mines scattered around, but it's going to be really interesting to see if he can make this work.
Those Vikings right now basically have pretty close to the same DPS as a missile turret. With those 2 upgrades on them.
Looks about
Pretty
right.
close.
With,
I'm not sure if it's faster or slower, but it's pretty close to it in terms of raw numbers.
The weapon speed is slow.
Okay.
It's about twice. It's more than twice as slow.
All right, so they're not as good, but,
they do have a higher range.
Important thing though is Baldur has not gotten any upgrades for his Phoenixes, so they are basically paper airplanes.
Yeah. Now again, they do extra damage to armored, so make quick work of those Colossi as well. Now the sneaky base here at the top left. We'll see how long it takes for Baldur to actually find out about that one.
He might not. I mean, just the usual pattern he's been using around the map. I don't think he's actually been keeping an eye on that. Now, okay, he's cloaking and killing the Stargate. So the Stargate's out of commission.
You should keep those cloaked. Because using up their energy prevents it from being feedback, but at the same time, cloak is pretty useful. But yeah, Stargate is no more. Doesn't look like we have any backup Stargates as well. And a DT shrine going down for Baldur. This game is getting pretty interesting.
That's a very good choice at this stage of the game. Late game DTs are never to be underestimated. There's so many places on the map that they can hit, and all you need to do is find one opening, and they do a lot of damage.
And now we see the battle cruisers start to come out here. There's 2 battle cruisers on the way.
Zero? No, we can't just continue without him.
That we can't.
Oh no, Zero, no.
He just typed into Twitch chat the fusion core dance. So he's got to be around here somewhere.
And then he typed fuck.
Shit. 0. This is an emergency. Oh, did it kick him out of game? I messed up. So where are we? We're at 22-19. 22-19. Oh, 0 Lambda left the game. All right, so we're gonna have to restart here. That's okay.
We're gonna have to be super excited immediately upon restarting this replay because don't go past 22-19.
Oh, okay. 22-19 it is.
Something important happens exactly in the middle of the map.
Okay. Are we okay? 0?
Yes, we're fine.
Are you?
Fucking StarCraft crashed.
Fuck.
Exploit went.
Hard counter your GPU too, huh?
No, my GPUs, plural, are fine. There's no way that could have.
It couldn't to rub that in.
What I'm saying is that it couldn't have crashed both of them at the same time.
What you were saying is that you have 2 GPUs.
Yes, but that only reinforces the fact that
I have
can't-
SLI. I'm better than everybody.
that's not what I'm saying, freak.
That's okay.
Anyway.
That's all right. I understand. I understand.
It's frustrating.
That's okay. We can restart it.
Okay. All right.
So don't show the game until we figure out where we're at.
Okay. Overlay is up.
I have trust in you.
You're gonna movie magic this together, right?
That's all right. I probably should edit that, shouldn't I? I end up being lazy or not.
If you want.
Game
So-
paused.
Let's
Game
If I need
resumed.
you.
19. Alright, so we'll take a little bit, not too long.
Derp, derp, derp.
So we'll take this time to see how the chat's doing. We've got 11 people hanging out. and nobody's talking.
Derp. Or they're just watching the game.
Not a whole lot going on right now.
True, not at the moment.
Not at the moment. So let's get some interaction going.
I'm pretty sure there's like WCS AM actually going on right now.
That
So
is-
people are probably multitasking. Laser beam!
Yeah.
I didn't notice he killed a tank with that Oracle earlier. Nice.
Whoa, we're halfway there. I figured that was justified at the 11-minute mark.
Yes. Okay, let's see here. We're at we got 5 more minutes, and it's freaking out for some reason. Okay.
There's a lot of crap going on.
Yeah.
We're getting close. My computer's slowing down the game.
Mm-hmm.
Where's my 2 GPUs?
The computer is setting us up the bomb. All right, so 2219 was it?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. All right, so here's the important thing, right?
Paused. Game resumed.
Watch these 3 widow mines in the middle of the map.
Game paused.
Should we put that on stream?
Yeah.
All right. So give me 1 second because bathroom.
Fred, what?
Aw, okay.
All this build up and then crap. Haha, get it? Crap. Ha ha. Ha ha, toilet humor.
Real, and as it says in the middle of the map, it says there's the poster out here. Real men drill deep. And then there's like.
Wait,
big-
wait. Oh no, I do see it. Oh boy.
Yes, you're. I'll ping the map and everything. Boing.
Oh, I got it.
Now, yeah, that symbol is like I think supposed to be a K and an N. This is not the only thing it looks like. What other stuff?
Yes, yes, I see that.
Oh, awesome. Is that really what they did? Yeah. There's the iPod one over here.
Yep. The what is the eye pistol?
Yeah, but they have the P covered by a latch holding up the sign.
All right.
Oh no.
How many more fancy doodads can I find?
Real men drill deep. That's fantastic. I'll give you a second to find what you can. While we get situated.
I'm not seeing much. I'm not sure if there's any more. Kind of weird that there's only 2
I
though.
don't know. Most of the cool ones are animated, so.
We're halfway there. Wow. We're living on a prayer.
Yeah, let's just go. I don't think there's any more.
Okay.
Anyway, as I was saying, Widow Mines, middle of the map,
Widow Mines, middle of the map.
right there.
In 3,
Yep.
2, 1. Blast
Game
off.
resumed.
There's a story. In this story, there were 7 phoenixes.
There are now
5 phoenixes.
5.
4. Wait, too many things. 5.
One
There we
low.
go. One of them's hiding inside a Colossus.
That was anticlimactic. Or are we going to see something awesome right now?
I mean, it's relevant though because like he needs those.
You hyped
needs
it so
those-
much.
He needs those to
No.
pick up the siege tanks,
That's okay.
and I don't know.
Banshees are now cloaked.
I'm actually not certain how. Yeah, they are. They're cloaked and ready, so they can be invisible to the units that can see them. Ugh!
The point defense drone. I'm assuming that works against.
The reason this matters is because he keeps losing phoenixes to Widow Mines.
Yeah.
He may have none by the time this engagement starts. Also, all those banshees are being sure to drain their energy so that they have none when the engagement starts.
God, the battle cruisers are 2 out. 1 more on the way.
He got that base up, and he's mining from it with all the mules. Holy crap! How many is that? 13 mules.
13 mules. That is a lot of mules.
That is a lot of money.
These bases were primarily for
Abathur's
gas.
mineral income has gone over 3,500.
And
Then it goes back down, then it goes back up. But yeah. So
this
DT's
is Sky Terran to the max.
DT's entering the base. DT's getting
where?
siege tanked.
Oh, those DTs.
DT's turning around and realizing
Such
he's
friendly
tanked.
fire. No.
No, they're out of range.
Wait. What is that thing laying on the ground? Next to the DT? An SCB's leg.
Boom.
Something like that. But
That turned out to be really good. You got 2 or 3 siege tanks with that.
Terran fleet here.
This is actually
Behemoth
something that is
reactor.
easily. The thing is, with these upgrades, this is easily capable of killing this army. As long as he doesn't like sit in a bunch of storms or something. How much this army can even shoot at it?
I mean,
just the Phoenixes, the Stalkers, the Archons, and technically the Templar.
wait. So Baldur is getting expansions in between Abathur's expansions.
Oh, he has no idea.
That's hilarious. He's actually seen
point
them.
defense drones.
Baldur has seen them, but we're gonna see an engagement here. We're a base for Abathur.
He's gonna get this base. There's no way he can save this base from the Zealots, but oh my god, the best storm!
Ooh, nice feedbacks there.
Everything is gonna die.
Oh my gosh.
But
Wow.
the thing is, that one for the Protoss too. He lost all of his expensive stuff.
Those storms
Lots
though.
are all gone.
Sat in those. Also, DT's at the top left base, taking out that planetary.
And now, of course, the scan, so that he can watch the DTs kill his stuff.
Oh.
Very, very important part of the process.
Oh. At least he has detection here. And,
Yes.
a lot of
which
money
is-
to repair.
And that's the rest of Baldur's army, actually. Except for this High Templar that's gonna hang out here and be like, hey, you can't do anything about me right now. Phoenixes are gonna fly in, fight the point defense drones for a bit, get shot at, loses another Phoenix.
I was just hoping that engagement would go so much better. For
Oh, there's also a random ball of Marines over here.
they've been sitting there for about 10 minutes.
Man, these guys are unupgraded and they've got nothing to do. This one dude in particular is down to 20 health. He wishes
They
someone
don't even
could
have
heal.
Stimpact.
There's also a ball of SCVs now in the middle of the map. That's kind of understandable, though. They just lost their home.
These are more like Minutemen, I'd say, instead of Marines.
It's true. These
The
bases are super well defended. He can't attack any of them with them, so he may as well just suicide them into something at this point.
No upgrades. Now looks like Void Rays is something. Yeah, the Baldur is chrono boosting out all of Void Rays. We're gonna see Sky Terran, Sky Toss. But
Carriers.
Carrier's gonna be awesome. But yeah, I mean, taking out the top left base, very good for Baldur. Abathur's gonna try and get the bottom right as well. But,
He's
so many
straight up,
immortals.
he's straight
Oh
up
my
building
gosh.
missile turrets under these Phoenixes and getting away with it.
Yeah, that fourth base just got wrecked by 4 immortals.
Oh,
Baldur's slowly making up ground here. They quickly deny this bottom right base as well.
and here comes this army that the Immortals can't do shit about. Hi there. Holy crap, they do a lot of damage to a hardened shield really fast. Look at that.
I mean, that's 2 shots, 10 damage, 20 damage per Banshee on those shields. Rebuild
So,
that base, of course.
also, lovely choke point that will soon have planetary fortresses, I hope.
We just don't have enough gas.
Yeah.
But the thing is, yeah.
So yeah, Zealots are not that good against Widow Mines, as you can see. Or tanks. Not so great against tanks. 2 of them survive.
He still has over 1,000 gas in that bottom right geyser refinery, I guess,
So
that he wasn't mining out of.
Yeah, Baldur has like what now, 7 bases, which means he's entered what I call the infinite sky toss state, where you can actually build like 8, 9 stargates and just keep rebuilding your army every time you lose it.
He's chrono boosting out everything. I think he's only got what is that? Is that 4 stargates total?
It's a lot of Void Rays. He's got 1/1 for him now. Well, 1
Yeah.
weapons and 1 shields, but lots of High Templar.
I mean, Mass Void Ray is just so difficult to beat too. Vikings aren't going to do it.
Nope.
Wizards aren't going to do it.
Nope.
This engagement is going to go very heavily, especially with those storms involved.
If he can engage around the planetary fortresses so that at least the Archons are kind of not involved, like the storm is another issue. He can get all of his stuff beat the fuck.
Ran his Void Rays into his own storm.
That helps.
A little bit. Oh, awesome storms there. Everything is going to die. Oh, man.
And the thing is, though, battle cruisers still take a while to die. Seeker missiles.
Seeker missile, that's okay.
And he actually killed almost all the Void Rays.
Yeah, that was actually
Bad.
Seeker missiles. Yeah, not too bad. But the thing is, Abathur just doesn't have the money to rebuild that. Meanwhile, Baldur on 7 bases.
Yep.
He's definitely got this game in the bag.
Got all of the money he'll ever need to make this happen. Maybe not the attention span, but he's definitely got the money for it. Because he's totally not really building very much, but...
Yeah, Baldur denying that left base as well, once again, with Zealots. Planetaries in the middle. Unfortunately, don't do anything against Sky Toss. Using Zealots to run by that not so left base. Leftish base. So really, Abathur has no income.
He doesn't, but he has 2,500 minerals.
He built a lot of Marines.
He can build a lot of Marines. Unupgraded Marines.
Wow, 2 health on that carrier from that Widow Mine. And
So I guess like the Widow Mines are actually fantastic against carriers. If you can get them to engage over the Widow Mines, the Widow Mines will just blow up all the interceptors.
yeah, that's
Never a sentence I thought I'd even need to consider, but yes, it's definitely a thing.
I never actually thought about that either. The amount of splash damage that Widow Mines do to be able to take out the rest fast. But I don't think they can target them. Can they?
No, well, yeah, there's a weird targeting trick you can do with them. It's just that, I mean, I don't know how many people would even bother to do it, really, because it's so many things, and it's in the middle of a fight. You have more important things to micro during those situations. But it's a way to get a real efficient engagement with one. Like, if it just happens to be targeting a Widow Mine, like in a team game. By the way, Widow Mines, yeah. Sensor tower, yeah. And the Widow Mine takes care of it.
Abathur was not really a whole lot left in the Baldur into the Tempest transition.
He's gonna be like, all right, just in case you used all of your remaining money to build a bunch of battle cruisers, I'm gonna make sure I have these.
Ooh.
Just the rest of his Sky Toss ball. There it is.
Dropping down a few auto turrets.
14 Void Rays versus this army.
Oh no. Yeah.
It's a
Abathur
no-no?
is not going to win that.
No.
Some random ship there too.
Oh yeah, look at that.
Kind of
Hanging out. Looking cool.
Doesn't really give.
Nah. He's hanging out in a different plane of existence entirely known as the background. Also, that wall 1 Phoenix, how much does this have? It's 4 kills. Oh, it's not even got rank yet. It's gonna get rank in a second. Oh.
We also have a War Prism here at the main base of Abathur, just kind of hanging out, almost forgotten about. Not really doing much of anything.
Yeah, well, there's
Doesn't
3 Zealots over there just kind of flexing their muscles every now and again.
Abathur trying to hold on.
One of the Zealots was tired of flexing his muscles and is now in a fight with a Viking. On the ground. So Baldur, I guess he's just content to choke his opponent out. Just build up his army. He's got a 200 army. He could attack. There's 29 supply. There he goes. I think he's gonna realize what's going on now and be like, "Oh, I can win now. Okay."
It's pretty much an A-click at this point. Baldur sitting on a huge bank. We got 4 Widow Mines though. We're gonna bury here, the old man. And that
I
Baldur
would be
actually.
pretty frustrated if they managed to kill the army. I'd be like, "No, just end the game, please." Though it would be amazing if you managed to come back in there. I mean, I don't know. At this point, Baldur could actually just scout every location by planting a nexus on all of them. He has that kind
Actually,
of.
he's doing so well, but
Yeah, I know. He's
just
having
spread
actually a
thin.
really good game, but
Sky Terror just never works. Especially against Sky Toss.
not if you lose your third. It definitely won't. You won't have enough gas. But
It's so hard also with this amount of void raids. Ever think about the shooting without Marines.
oh yeah, you need something else on top of that.
Oh, there you go. All the interceptors got there.
Yeah.
The little mines. So nice.
Yeah, but void raids. So Abathur leaves.
Yeah, Abathur leave without a GG.